Michelle here with the Beet Goes On Podcast, and this is my first solo episode, bonus episode. And the reason I wanted to do this, it's Easter, so happy Easter, everyone. I went to church this morning. My grandfather, if you do not know, is a pastor, or was a pastor. He's retired now, and my uncle has since taken over the church since he retired. I grew up in church. You can imagine how that was for me, having a child at 18 out of wedlock. So I just wanted to get on here, and I had a huge revelation this morning, and I just wanted to share, and it might touch someone, it might not, but I just wanted to get on here and share. Let me start by saying that church was weird for me in moments of my life. After having Gavin, his dad left me when I was pregnant, came back, and then I married someone who was a bit abusive, emotionally or verbally and physically the church atmosphere and some of the mentors of the church had me pray for the situation rather than get out. And I had a lot of resentment with the church. So church is a trigger for me. Well, the end of last year, I went through something, and very recently, had a huge betrayal come hit me like a brick this week. And it was very hurtful, confusing. I think confusing is the best word to explain it. And I was hesitant to go to church because church is a trigger as well. And I have been doing a lot of self-help. I've been going through a leadership program. I have 7 coaches, and I joined the leadership program to get better as a business owner, as a CEO. I have people that I am mentoring, and I really wanted to be the best version of myself. I also want to be a great mother and just grow as a human. So I decided to go through this. I bought it. It's kind of pricey. I bought it for myself on Valentine's Day and promised myself I would also not drink for 60 days. I think this was God, the universe, whatever your higher power is, lining things up for Michelle to be able to deal with this betrayal and to grow from it. And here's what my revelation was. I meditated some last night out of necessity, had a lot of anxiety, again, following this betrayal. And I went to sleep. I was trying to get to sleep and go to sleep peaceful. And so I put on some music and kind of went into I meditated really hard, did some deep breaths. And the woman doing the meditation is Gabrielle Bornstein. She talks about imagining yourself on a bridge and seeing the other side, and you're leaving the darkness and headed towards the light. It represents leaning into the positive and love and the light of even the darkest situation. So this is why I chose this meditation, and it's again one of my coaches for this mentorship. So I'm deep in this meditation, and I have this like a moment that I remember from my childhood. And I broke out in this ugly girl cry. It was like something was vomiting out of me. It was a crazy cry, but it was a relief. And then I went to sleep. Again, going back, I'm going to church this morning. So this is last night. So I'm trying to meditate because I want to spend time and mend this wall between my family and I from religion and from this past trauma of mine. So I'm doing this for many reasons. I had a betrayal that week, and I'm just trying to go in my better self with my family. And my son's coming to church. He's driving all the way from Atlanta. So I wanted to go in my best self to spend time with my family with an open heart and an open mind, because I'm trying to grow and heal. So I fall asleep. I wake up, and one of the songs that was kind of like trailing off from the spot of, I don't know, like I've been on all kinds of reading books, all kinds of things. So I wake up, and I'll Rise Up song. I'll rise up. You guys do not want me to sing. But one of it, the very first verse, she says, you're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. And I was like, yeah, totally, I am. And then she says, I'll rise up, rise above the ache. Like, the song is so beautiful, and I don't know all the words, but there are little tidbits. And then I was like, wow, today is celebrating Jesus rising. So I was like, I'm going to rise above this. And then I just had this crazy revelation which made me walk into church with comfort and ease and peace. Jesus had the biggest betrayal of all of the story, this beautiful man, this Messiah, whose the stories lived for years and years and years and years and years. He's one of the most popular men on the planet, Jesus Christ himself. He had the biggest betrayal. His own disciples betrayed him, and he chose love and forgiveness despite all of that betrayal. And I could cry talking about it. That was a really important thing for me to hear, because if anyone knows me, they know how important love is to me. And I don't want to be jaded by betrayal or misunderstanding, or I just don't want that to be who I am, because it's not who I am. And who knew that a story about Jesus that I was so mad at for all these years for making me pray for some man would actually be the same thing that healed me from a recent betrayal. So Jesus was betrayed, still carried a cross, died on the cross, and then he rose up from it. And the song, from hearing the song rise up to just the story itself, and what I got from what Easter did for me this year was reminded me that despite everything, I can still love and I can still forgive. And I'm still blocking the person that betrayed me, but I had a sense of healing. I faced the betrayal, and I actually reached out and told the person that happy Easter, and exactly what I just told you guys, that this is a day where the man had, we celebrate a man who rose up even after betrayal, through betrayal and everything, through all of it, he still loved up until he died. And then his story lives forever. And he rose above that. So that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to rise through love and forgiveness, and that's what I did. So I hope that this helps someone. I really am lighter and brighter today. Not only did I face someone who hurt me, I faced old fear and trauma, and I walked and I laughed and I loved my family and was very comfortable and at ease today. And so thank you, Jesus. Happy Easter.